What's good, YouTube? This is Competitive Gamers here, back again, once again. And this time, we're gonna show you guys week 5, week 6, and week seven's battle for the ICL League. I couldn't record them because I was really busy with school, and so yeah. So here goes the first battle. It was against Sethie. This is the team I brought against Sethie. I brought Life Orb, Braylu with Machman Bullet Proceed, Rock Tomb Swords Dance. We brought Savage and Mega Pincer, SD, Return, Quick Attack, Close Combat. We also brought Bronze on with Stealth Rock, Toxic, Gyro Ball. We brought Sakura the Melodic with Scald, Recover, Miracle because a Giga Drain does like 60% and Miracle it does like over 100. It Okos it no matter what. Then we brought TikTok because we need to take those special hit, and we're bringing Scarf Drill. So let's go to the first battle against Sethie. So this is the first battle against Sethie. So I let up with Bronze on. My first thing is just I think I Toxic here. And I set up my rocks. Oh yeah, because he brought Vulcan Runner and he didn't bring a Defogger. So I was like, no Defogger, better for all. I was thinking of bringing area those, but I was thinking that he's gonna bring the Chara and bring Defog, so it was gonna be useless. But he didn't. I get a crit right there with the Tri Attack. I think it does like 40 to 30%. He misses that focus, but later on you'll see that did matter. Those rocks are helping me. I get 39. He's Citrus. I was like, okay, he's Citrus Berry, then but I switch because I go straight into Porygon 2 because Porygon 2 is my special defense wall. I recover here. And then Fire Blast does that much, 26%, and I just Tri Attack because it's in range of a Tri Attack. Then he goes on to Komo. I go back into Bronzong. Remember the first Focus Blast? That second Focus Blast would have OHKO'd me. That miss, I noticed that he was Specs, because Specs was only doing that much. And he only brought Specs to destroy Porygon 2. Then right here, I knew he couldn't touch me with Levitate. So I just Zen Headbutt. Zen Headbutt does 35%. I was like, oh, I don't outspeed him, so I can't go for next. So let me switch on to Savage. I was predicting I go for an SD. After this, something dies. Nothing wants to take a return. Not even a Thunder. Not even a Kyurem wants to take a +2 return. That dies. He goes on to Thunder. I have to switch out. I have to. Because why would I stay in against a Thunder? I go on to P2. That does 32%. That Focus Blast miss mattered because that Focus Blast would have killed my P2. And that definitely would have killed because that's life full damage. I gotta try attack. He lives with the 5%. I think he predicts my switch from Melodic, and he does predict it. But I was like, I need this. I was like, I need a better differential because I was getting low, and this guy named Evan was catching me up with difference. So I was like, I need a win. So right here, I go on to Savage, and right here I just +2, and right here he can't win. He didn't bring anything for the Mega Pincer. And Wishy-Washy does not live a +2 return. It dies. So that's GG to the Sethie. I get 6-0. So right now, this is week 5. I'm 4-1, I think. Yeah, 4-1. Then our next battle was up against Pokecrafter. Okay, Pokecrafter's a good battler, but he had bad luck. I don't know. He's having bad luck with like hacks and all that. So Pokecrafter is actually a scary team. I didn't want to play, and I thought I was gonna lose. I honestly thought if he brought the right mons, he could have won. So I was bringing Flame Orb, Melodic, Sakura with Scald, Ice Beam, Recover, and Dragon Tail again. Titduck the same, but this time I'm bringing Thunderbolt and Ice Beam instead of Tri Attack. And we're recovering Toxic. I'm bringing this time dual screens with Bronzong with Stealth Rocks, Reflect, and Light Screen Toxic. I don't have no hitting moves. My set was just to Toxic everything, set up my rocks, and set up my screens. That was Bronzong's job. I have a Scar Drill. This has enough speed to outspeed any of his mons. I think it's set to outspeed one of his mons. I think the Citrus Halucha I couldn't outspeed. I did speed crit for some mons, but yeah. That's Escadrille. I was bringing Savage and Mega Pincer this week. With this time, not Close Combat, but with Earthquake. Because Earthquake actually helps me more. And this time I was bringing Lead Brayloon with Focus Sash. So my plan right now was just to... If he The only mon he brought, if he brought the Halucha, Breloom does not do the job. But if he does not bring Halucha, Breloom outspeeds everything except the Latios, I think. And if Latios goes for a Psychic, I live it with 1 HP. I go for the Spore, I set up an SD, and Bullet Punch at least does 50 to 60% with 3 hits, plus 2 Breloom to a Latios. That was my plan. Just Spore first turn, set up an SD, and start bullet seeding everything. He does not like to take bullet seed. So let's go to his battle. He brought the Latios, the Electivire, the Regirock, the Halucha, the Diggersby, and the Manic. I predicted 4 of his mons. I predicted the Latios, the Electivire, the Halucha, and the Manaphy. I was predicting Mimikyu for some reason, but he didn't bring it. So I was like, alright. I want to lead Breloom. He brought the Halucha. First turn, he leads with it. I'm like, no, I cannot leave him set up a rock sub. Bullet Seed does, with 2 Bullet Seeds does break sub, which it does 16%. He goes for Acrobatics. I live with Sash, and I go for another Seed. He pops the Citrus Berry, gets the Unburden boost, and I get at least 4, I think. And then I go for straight up Mach Punch, because I need to get a range like really low for rocks. Okay, Breloom goes down. My plan wasn't working. I go straight on to Pinsir, because that was the only play I could have done. Everything else takes at least a high jump kick, bad. So my play was just a quick attack. No matter what, I could have quick attack. Then I go into Sakura, because Sakura is my defense wall. I'm Flame Orb, so I could take those better. And right here, I click recover. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I click recover. Right here, he did predict me. Switch on to Bronzong. And I don't live another Fire Punch, but he actually goes for the Thunderbolt, predicting my loaded to come in. I was like, wow. So I get my rocks up at least. And I see this team. After the Halucha dies, nothing wants to take a hit from a Scarf, Earthquake, Drill. Because I'm Mold Breaker and Latios is not. Once I saw this mon come in, I knew it was Scarf. But I don't Oko it with Earthquake. So I had to switch on to my Milotic. Milotic takes 31%. And I recover here again. He goes into the Latios. And then he drops a Draco. I thought, in my mind, I thought he was Specs. I didn't see the Life Orb until I swapped out and he hits me with Psychic. I do live a Psychic, but I didn't know that he was Life Orb. I thought he was Specs. So that play was messing me up. I right here just stack off my Milotic. Milotic's in range. I can't do anything. I can't recover in any of those mobs, except the Regirock. Right here, he does not want to live a close combat. I think in a close combat because I was predicting the Regirock to come out, or he doesn't even live a close combat. I go on to Drill. I thought he had Earthquake. He goes for Ice Punch because of Mega Spencer. He didn't want to. I'm pretty sure he didn't want to risk the Stone Edge Myth or anything. He goes for another Ice Punch. I was like, wow. I was actually predicting. I was just my mom. I thought my mom was gonna die. Drill gets the kill. He goes out into this Diggersby. I spare crept it a little bit wrong. I didn't speed crept the Scarf Diggersby because I didn't suspect it. I get an SP. He does not live a +2 return, so I didn't have to go for CC in case if he has quick attack. So I go for my own quick attack, and I get a crit. He actually was going for an Ice Punch, which I do have a 12.5 chance of living. Adam in nature, but he needed a freeze and a high roll to win. And yes, quick attack did get the crit. It was still anyone's battle, but I do get a 2-0 win, and your LA Infernapes go to 5-1. Yeah, 5-1. Okay, our next and last battle. I felt like he was the second hardest opponent I had, other than next week. Next week I have the hardest opponent in my opinion. This guy is 6-1, just like me. But we're both in different brackets. Okay, so I was bringing P2, and I wasn't bringing any defense investments. I was like, I need to bring special defense. I brought Sakura Max Defense. I brought Toxic instead of Dragon Tail. I brought Light Clay, Levitate with Stealth Arc, Light Screen, Dual Screen, Earthquake with. I was bringing so much special defense walls. I was actually bringing a Flame Orb, Quick Feet, Workup, Thunderbolt, Fighting, Hidden Power, Fighting, Shadow Ball, to including Outspeed, a Scarf, Mega Arrow, Scarf Arrow. And then I brought Scarf, I actually was hyping. I was actually happy with bringing this because I actually wanted to try it out. And I was bringing Scarf, Moldbreaker, Earthquake, Rock Slide, Ironhead, Rapid Spin, Speed Creeping this. But I didn't Speed Creep a Scarf Mammal, which he does bring, which I didn't prep for that. And then I bring a Toph Landois Therian with Assault Vest because I do live any hay with max HP 252 attack with the Stone Edge, Knockoff, Earthquake, and U-turn. Let's go to his battle. I was surprised of his team. He didn't bring the two biggest threats that I was scared of, which were the Jellicent and the Arrow. I was so happy. He instead brought the Himochan. I predicted the 5 months. I predicted those 5 months, but I didn't predict the Himochan to come. Okay, I was so happy. I let him with Bronzong. He doesn't know I am. Hydro does 66, so I knew it was specs automatically. I set up my screens automatically. I do live one. I get my rocks up. He does not want to risk the next Hydro, so I set up my light screen, my reflector. He goes for a Rapid Spin. I go for an Earthquake. It does 24%. It proves to be bulky as hell. I set up my rocks again, and right here I swap on to Lando. Lando takes like 30% with like reflector with max HP, and it does take 51%. Okay, right here, he brings out the Garvantula. Okay, I knew the Garvantula had hidden power ice. But I was calcing, when I calced, it said 60, it said 55, it said like 40 to 50 something percent would reflect up. Light screen up, I think around that. I didn't calc without the light screen, and I lose my top without paying attention. I was kind of sad, but it was okay. Because now he has nothing that wants to take an Earthquake. His team with Moldbreaker does not want to take an Earthquake. He loses the Primarina. He goes, once I saw Mammal come in, I knew it was Scarf. So right here, I go out to Bell. And this proved that it was Scarf. Or then he would have went for the Ice Shard just to kill the Bell. So I set up my screen, and he goes for the rocks. I go for Earthquake, and I break the Shucka. With this Shucka Berry now gone, Drill does OHKO it with an Earthquake. I go straight out to Drill and just straight up Earthquake. He does not want to, nothing wants to come in and take a Drill. After this, seeing this, I can tell that all I gotta do is get rid of this Mammal and Porygon can win. Because I'm running Toxic, Recover, Ice Beam, and I think Thunderbolt. And those Garantula and Latios are both special. They cannot touch me. I go for Ice Beam, predicting the Substitute. He didn't have the Substitute actually, so I actually go for a Toxic right after. I couldn't risk it. I go for Toxic, and then right here I swap out into Porygon 2. Porygon 2 does eat up the Drake. I didn't predict him to have on Grass Knot, but I did have. I know he does like only 42%, and I can recover that damage off. Meanwhile, he's losing like 18 to 24 to more percentage. Right now he's about. I just go for an extra recovery. He loses 24%. He swaps out straight down to the Garvantula. This crit didn't matter because it does 3-hit OHKO him. The range he's at. But after this, Porygon actually just sweeps. You could just tell, Porygon sweeps. The only thing they could get rid of it if he has to knock off Mammal, and he has to be running Earthquake Max, but he Scarf into it. And Latios can be sending up combines because he's losing 24% the Shadow Ball attack plus the toxic damage, which is increasing a lot. So he goes for a Dragon Pulse. I go for another Shadow Ball. He's at the range where he dies by toxic. He tries to save it. He goes on to Mammal. I go for a Recover. He goes for a Superpower. I didn't bring this Superpower. It was 53%. I know I can live one because with the -1 attack. So I go for a Toxic. No matter what, I go for Toxic. I go for Recover this turn because he cannot OHKO me. And Hard Drive does, as you could tell, does pick up the win. Because Skywalker, the Latios, I forgot, dies by the Toxic of Milotic. Shadow Ball OHKOs with Toxic. The Mana. I actually recovered right here. Because I didn't want to risk. I wanted to get to 4-0. It helps my differential. And then I go for Shadow Ball. And that's GG. So your LA Infernapes are now 6-1. But yeah, we have an opponent, which I am first seed. I am first seed. I know I'm first seed. I'm first seed with a 23 differential, I think. Evan has a 20 differential. He's 6-1, and there's also a guy named Kobo, which is my hardest opponent next week that I have to play. He's 6-1 with I think an 18 differential around there. And if he wins, I go to third. He goes to second, and if Evan wins, he goes to first. But Evan actually has a hard opponent, and not this week, but not this week that's coming up, but next week, the following week after that, because he has to play a guy that's 7-0, which he has never lost. Which I'm surprised how no one has been able to beat him. But other than that, your early Infernapes are 6-1 with a 23 differential, and let's hope we could keep this run. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. Click the like button, subscribe. Bye.